Babe, last night I showed your picture to my friends and lost all faith in friendship when they said you look like a stranger I would never recognize. How could they not see the magic in you? The world doesn't know your beauty like I do. I showed your picture to my friends, and their reaction shattered my heart. They said you look like a distant memory I should forget. But how could I when every part of you is etched in my soul? Babe, last night I showed them your picture. They said you look like someone I've never met before. But my heart knows you. My soul is connected to yours. How could they not see what I feel? I shared your picture, and the words that followed felt like a knife to my chest. They said you look like the past, like a love that's faded, but my heart beats only for you. Are they blind to what I see? Last night, I showed them your picture. Their words haunted me. You look like someone who doesn't belong in his life, but you belong here in my heart. Doesn't that count for something? When I showed your picture to my friends last night, they didn't understand the beauty I see in you. They said you looked like a dream I'd wake up from. But babe, this dream is my reality. Babe, I showed your picture to my friends, and the words they said still echo in my mind. They said you looked like someone I'd let go of, but what they don't know is I'm holding on tighter than ever. Last night, when I showed them your picture, they didn't see what I see. They said you look like a fading star in the sky, but you're my universe, and I'll never let you fall. I showed your picture last night. The way they talked about you, it was like you were a stranger, but in my eyes, you're everything I've ever wanted. Babe, last night, I showed your picture to my friends. Their words about you were nothing but poison. They said you looked like someone I should forget. How could I forget something that means everything to me? Last night, I showed them your picture, and they said you looked like a memory. But you're my present, my future, and no one can take that from me. I shared your picture with my friends, and the way they spoke about you, it was like they didn't even recognize the love in your eyes. How could they not see the fire you spark in me? Babe, last night I showed your picture to my friends, and they said you look like someone from my past. But in my heart, you are everything I've ever dreamed of. They saw your picture and said you look like a broken soul. But babe, you're a masterpiece, and I'll cherish every piece of you forever. Babe, last night I showed them your picture. They said you looked like someone I should forget. But how could I ever forget the way you make me feel? I showed your picture, and they said you look like someone who didn't belong in my life. But how could they not see the way you make my world shine? Last night, I showed them your picture. Their reaction crushed me. They said you looked like a dream that wasn't meant to last. But in my heart, you're my reality. I showed them your picture, and they said you looked like a stranger. But they don't know the depths of my heart, where you live, where you always will. Last night, I showed them your picture, and they said you looked like someone I should walk away from. But my heart only knows one truth. I'm never leaving you. Babe, when I showed them your picture, they said you looked like someone I should forget. But how could I forget the one person who makes me feel alive? I showed your picture to my friends, and they said you looked like someone who would break my heart. But what they don't know is you are the one who mends it. Last night, when I showed them your picture, they said you look like a past love, but you're my future, my forever, and no one can take that from me. Babe, I shared your picture, and their words caught deep. They said you look like someone who doesn't belong in my life. But what do they know about us? I showed them your picture last night, and they said you look like someone I should leave behind. But babe, you're the one I'm never letting go of. Babe, last night I showed them your picture, and they didn't understand. They said you looked like someone who could never be mine, but they don't know the depth of my love for you. I showed them your picture, and they said you look like someone I should run from. But my heart only knows one truth. I'm running toward you. Babe, I shared your picture, and the words they said, they didn't understand. They said you looked like a distant memory. But you're my future, my present, my everything. Last night, when I showed them your picture, they said you looked like someone who would leave me in the end. But I know you're the one I'll never let go. Babe, I showed your picture last night, and they said you looked like someone I shouldn't trust. But you've earned every ounce of trust in my heart.